Hey, what's up guys, it's Dom from Vinyl Printing Inc. In today's video, we're going over direct-to-film versus vinyl. Now, there's already a very good video on DTF versus vinyl online. I'll have it linked below in the description, and I strongly suggest you guys go check it out. The vinyl that we're going to be talking about is like the vinyl from the Silhouette Cameo, the Cricut, all that type of vinyl, which is a cutter or a plotter that cuts it out, and after that, you'll need to weed out the excess logos to be actually able to see that image. So if you're using another type of vinyl which is actually printed on a vinyl, I strongly suggest, like I said, you guys check out the video linked in the description. If I am looking at over here, it's because I'm looking at my whiteboard. DTF versus vinyl, pros and cons. First of all, the cost. Second, time. Third, quality. And fourth, my personal experiences. What do you need and what will be the estimate budget range for you to start DTF printing? For the cheapest option is going to be transfers and a heat press. So basically the only thing you need to start DTF printing is to buy some transfers online like this. You can buy these transfers online. There's multiple sites. Also as well, we sell transfers, links in descriptions as usual. You'll also need a heat press. Basic heat press goes for around $300 Canadian including shipping, so very affordable if you want to start off with the cheapest options to make sure you actually enjoy this type of printing. I suggest you guys start off with this method. The only con of it is going to be the shipping time and the back and forth with the supplier. Even if it's with us, there is a delay. You need to communicate with us and send us the artwork. We need to communicate. There's a little bit of back and forth, but if you're willing to be a bit patient, I think that it's the best option without breaking the bank when one starting out. After you've experienced direct to film and see if you enjoy it, from there I think it would be smart to invest in a printer so you can have full control of your operation. If you are to buy the printer, I would suggest you guys buy the printer and the oven bundle together. It comes with a bit of ink and transfers, all that stuff you need to start direct to film. You can buy the printer for a little under $4,000 including the shipping in Canada. But I would suggest you guys have that extra $1,000 so you guys can buy ink and sheets once you run out of the sheets and ink that comes with the printer. And also guys, like I mentioned in previous videos, DTF is a very complicated technology. There is a lot more videos coming out about it because we are getting more information and experiences as we evolve in this technology. But do be patient with yourself. If you are only to buy the heat press and the transfers, I would suggest around $500 to start direct to film. From there, if you are to start vinyl printing, you'll need the Cameo, you'll need a heat press, you'll need a computer, and you'll need also a vinyl bundle, so a bunch of HTV vinyl. Also guys, for the DTF, you will need a computer. I forgot to mention this in the past video, and in this video, I will mention that a very good computer will, facilitate and make the printing process go a lot smoother compared to an old computer which might have a lot of lag and make your printing process a bit more time consuming. So that is very important. You don't need necessarily like a $4,000 computer. You can get away with a good computer around that $500 to $800 to $1,000 price range. You'll have something very good. A heat press, a PC, vinyl bundle, and that's going to cost you anywhere from $600 all the way to $800. So something to take into consideration, guys. How much time does DTF take? DTF prints takes around 20 to 45 minutes depending on the print size. Full 11 by 16 sheet often takes around 45 minutes to print. On vinyl, it really depends. Vinyl often goes a bit quicker in the cutter, but where you kind of lose is in that weeding time. And also when you print out like really small logos, it is sometimes very frustrating because you must reprint because sometimes the plot has difficulty getting in those tight corners. But besides being limited when it comes to the weeding and being very time consuming, vinyl does actually cut quicker when dealing with those simpler logos. And guys, you might realize that I'm going a bit quickly over these 4 little points that I made for us. And the reason I'm doing this is because the personal experience, and in my opinion, is what's going to really be beneficial for you guys. So I'm gonna break these down a bit more in detail once we hit the personal experience mark. So make sure you guys, stay around for that mark because that's where you guys are gonna gain the most value in my opinion. Now moving on to quality, guys. The quality of DTF is phenomenal, like I mentioned. The only thing, DTF does crack over time. It won't peel off though compared to vinyl, which when you see a vinyl print, it just pops in your face. The colors are so vibrant, but unfortunately over time it does start to peel off. Like most vinyls almost all vinyls I've seen after like 50 to 100 washes. Sometimes you'll get away with like 250 washes, 500, and some will stay like pretty much until the garment dissolves, but that's really rare, and most vinyls, you know, start to peel off after a few washes, unfortunately. So that's why we've personally, you know, switched to DTF printing, because we have never seen a DTF print, you know, peel off unless it was not properly pressed with the proper temperature and pressure. But we have never seen a DTF peel off yet. We only seen a DTF print crack over time, but that's what heavy duty washes and small details. So you have like a really small DTF print and a place that it often moves, let's say on a sleeve, you might experience cracking within a few washes, but that's to be expected. And like I said, the only way to, you know, go over that would be, I believe, with sublimation or embroidery. Now, moving on to the most important point in my opinion, guys, which is going to be my personal experience. Now, the reason my personal experience is so important with vinyl is because I actually started out with vinyl. I started off with screen printing and vinyl for those more complicated 3-4 color jobs. I used to layer my vinyl, so I know exactly how it feels to only have that silhouette cameo 4. Weed out those logos. I had to weed out very, very difficult logos. This, guys, was actually made completely out of vinyl, so I had to layer these 3 colors by hand. And most difficult of all, guys, I had to actually weed inside those little letters right here, and I had to weed inside this. So imagine it comes out as a full sheet of white vinyl, and from there you need to take your weeding tool and weed out every single little detail. It is very, 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 very time consuming, but the final result is impeccable. But like I said, for the reason that it peels off, it's a no-go for me. DTF is incredible. You have your file, it goes through the printer. Next thing you know, you put some powder in the oven, bam, you're done. You press it, no more weeding ever again. Guys, I'm almost traumatized from how much time consuming and exhausting, but we got it done. And do I regret anything? Absolutely nothing at all. If I were to do something, I would start the same way. I would start with the Silhouette Cameo 4 and start weeding, because that gives you the respect and appreciation for what goes into the printing industry. And oftentimes when you don't have that budget to buy the oven and the printers and all that type of stuff, the Silhouette Cameo 4 will pull through for you guys. But is it worth it when you're starting to scale and have a lot of clients and they want complicated logos? Absolutely not. You can't get away with this cutter, guys. You'll have to weed these logos, and oftentimes it's going to be so small little details that you won't be able to, you know, offer the client what they truly desire. So unfortunately, the Silhouette Cameo 4 will have some roadblocks, but it is an absolute behemoth, and I think you guys should have it in your print shop, whether that's for HTV vinyl, mugs, whether that's doing stickers, all that type of stuff. The Silhouette Cameo 4 is extremely versatile in my opinion. If you don't want to delegate to somebody else, which I completely understand, if you want to have full control, start with the Cameo, but do realize that you'll be limited. So guys, these were pretty much my points. If you guys want to see a very good video, as I mentioned in the beginning, there's links down below to a video about DTF versus vinyl. It's actually a different type of vinyl, so it's something we did not cover in this video. I think you guys will find it very, very interesting. Hopefully this video shines a bit of light so you can make an educated decision on vinyl versus direct-to-film and which method is the best options for you. If you found this video somewhat helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Vinyl Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.